This might look like a steak, but all is not as it should be. This is a Salisbury steak. It's seasoned ground beef shaped like a steak and pan fried to perfection, served with a rich and unctuous mushroom gravy. But will this deceptive piece of meat win over the taste buds of our Indian tasters? Watch till the end to find out. Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Folks, if you love a good steak, let me know in the comments what is your favorite cut of steak to eat. Today, however, I'm going to show you a Salisbury steak, which is not really a steak at all. It's a dish made using ground meat. In fact, it's like the Hamburg steak from Germany, which is a ground meat patty with a sauce on it. And this is the American version of that steak. It's called Salisbury steak. Now, there is a long story about the origins of this steak and its evolution over time, which I will put on the blog post on headbangerskitchen.com. So make sure you check that out later. But anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get cooking. Let's start with our ground beef, 80-20 if you can get it. I crack an egg into the beef and then I get some grated onion, and don't add it before you squeeze out all the water from the onion. Once you've done that, add it in. Then in goes some minced garlic. Follow that with some panko breadcrumbs, some dried oregano, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, a splash or 5 of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, some black pepper, and then salt to taste, and give it all a good mix. Once that's done, set it aside. Now it's time to make our steaks, so for some reason I decided to use the ring mold. I weigh out the meat. You can make it as big or small as you like, and then I realized I should shape it more like a steak, so out goes the mold and in comes the hand, and I shape that fake steak. Actually, it's just a hamburger steak really. Get the pan on the stove. Once it's hot, add the oil, swirl that around, and then in go our steaks. Now just let them cook on a medium heat. Once they are halfway done, flip them over. You can see there is a nice crust on them. Don't worry if it seems a bit dark. Since we have ketchup and breadcrumbs which have some sugar in it, they will caramelize, so fret not. Just don't keep the heat up too high. Anyway, once the steaks are cooked, remove them from the pan. Now let's fry up another batch. Let them cook on one side. When done, flip them over. Look at that crust. Let them cook on the second side and then remove when done. In the same pan, I add some butter, then some red onion chopped very fine. Shallots will do as well. Then in go some mushrooms, and then just saute everything. Once the mushrooms start getting caramelized, we add in some more butter and garlic and saute for 30 seconds before adding in some dried thyme, black pepper, and some all-purpose flour, and give it all a good mix. After cooking out that flour for a minute or two, add in your beef stock. Mine is salted, which is why I didn't salt anything earlier. Then in goes some ketchup, some Dijon mustard, Worcestershire sauce, dark soy sauce, and mix it well before adding in any resting juices from our fake steaks. Taste the sauce for seasoning, and if it's good to go, add the steaks back in so that they can soak up that sauce. Spoon that sauce all over your meat. Ooh yeah! And then we finish with some fresh parsley. Now I serve my steaks over some mashed potatoes, smother that in sauce, finish with more parsley, and our Salisbury steaks are done and ready. But of course I've got to cut into that and take a bite. That looks pretty delicious and it tastes pretty darn good too. Anyway, time for the official taste test.
My name is Angal and I am a chef by profession.
My name is Delvin and I'm a content writer.
Hi, I'm Meher. I'm a lawyer by profession.
Are you familiar with American cuisine at all?
A lot. Very familiar.
A little. I haven't really tried that part.
Not very familiar. I would say the basics maybe, but I've not really experimented much with it.
Okay. And have you ever heard of a dish called Salisbury steak?
I have not. Surprisingly, out of all the steaks I've had, Salisbury has not been one of them.
So when I heard Salisbury steak, I thought it was European. And then I googled it.
Okay.
And it's American.
No, not really. No. This is the first time that I'm hearing about it.
And just by the name, Salisbury steak, is there anything that comes to mind in terms of taste or what it might be like, the dish?
It sounds British because the Salisbury, but apart from that, I think it is somewhere very close to your normal steak that you have, but It sounds British.
Something not very spicy, and I think it's gonna be mushroomy.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea. I thought I would do some research about it, but I was like, I'm just gonna go and see what it is.
It's good. It's great.
It's yum.
It's amazing.
It's tender. It's juicy.
It's like a burger patty kind of a thing.
So it's actually a hamburger steak.
It's different because it's minced beef, so it's different than the normal one.
I love mushrooms. Of course, the umami of the mushrooms is amazing. Not too many like seasonings in the meat, but like the meat itself tastes really good.
All in all, it's just amazing. I enjoyed it a lot. The first bite itself, there's a lot of flavor. The beef is tender. The mash is perfect. Steak itself is just amazing.
Now on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate it?
9 out of 10.
Somewhere around a 7.5. Only because I like a whole piece of steak rather than minced meat. But other than that, the taste itself is amazing. I think this would be like a very easy dinner for one after a work day.
9 maybe?
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
nice.
love the ground beef kind of flavor and stuff like that. It
Excellent.
wasn't spicy. I would have loved a little bit more pepper maybe, but it was nice. It was tasty.
Awesome. Alright guys, it's time to try the Salisbury steak. Oh yeah, this is good. I mean look, let's be honest, it's not a steak, it's a hamburger. But it is damn tasty, the sauce is rich and unctuous, and it pairs beautifully with mashed potatoes, which I haven't made, I've just ordered from outside because, well, I'll show you a recipe sometime in the future. Let me know if you want me to show you my mashed potato recipe. Anyway, this gets the horns up from me. I hope you guys will make it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking. A big thank you to all the people who support me on Patreon and the YouTube channel memberships. You are all awesome. And if you'd like to join the club, the links are in the video description box just below this video. Excuse me, sir. Can I help you? Anyway, see you soon.